Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Saren.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Enjoy the show!
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
Diggity dank. Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. Gonna get you into another holiday-themed episode. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is...
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And Nightwing Cat. Hey, look at the...
Cat.
Alright. Yes, tonight we'll be talking 52, number 30 and 33. And we're probably going to talk, well, the last two episodes of Titan.
Since we forgot.
Yes, we forgot that last week. Alright, so. Alright, so should we start with Titans?
Sure.
So, trying to remember 2 weeks ago, but I know last week Connor went, kind of going all Lex.
Connor went crazy. The most important thing you need to know from 2 weeks ago is Kim and Bernard kissed.
Yes!
Everything else.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. And Beast Boy figured out how to become a virus.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was kind of big, too.
Yeah, they're really amping his powers up.
About time!
So, did you hear anything? Because I'm looking on my app, and they don't have dates. They usually have, like, the next date. So are they taking a break? Because we're halfway through the season already. So, like, they did 1 through 6, but then 7 through 12, they don't have dates on them, so.
Oh, I don't know. I assumed it was coming. Okay,
Unless there's, let me see something upcoming. Unless they're taking a break because Doom Patrol starts next week.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess, I know. I'm like, I didn't miss anything at the end of the episode that says, oh, hey, we're,
No, it did not say. Come back in however many weeks.
So I'm wondering if they're taking a break till the new year? I don't know.
Week.
Because on my app, it's looking like the same thing. Doom Patrol, they have the first, 6 episodes, dated, and then from 7 to 12, they don't have the dates, so.
I don't know. What app do you use?
It is the TV Time app.
Ooh.
It helps remind me when there's new episodes on.
I see.
Of all my shows.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Titans, all the various Law and Order shows,
Dun dun. Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of.
3 shows, although they're all the Law and Orders are on the same night.
Is that Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday nights, yes. It's from
so basically, all of your shows are on Thursday.
A lot. Well, not all of them. A lot of them are.
Well, I mean, Titans drops on Thursday.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and then Connor got in touch with his inner Lex Luthor in this most recent episode. I liked how he was calling him Richard, and he's like, "No, call me Dick." So you really prefer that? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Also, remember how we were saying that the dude who plays Sebastian does not look like he was born in 1998 or whenever? Well, that's because he wasn't. I looked him up, and he was born in 1981. So, there you go. So when we're like, God, that guy looks like he's in his 40s. We were right!
That's Hollywood math for you.
He is in his 40s.
It's Hollywood math for you. Like when they have a romantic couple, and the male is always 10 or more years older than the female.
10,
yeah.
He's 30 years apart. That's not too much, is it? I guess not.
Not if you're rich. Not if you're in Hollywood.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm hoping it's like, I don't know. I wonder if it's just like programming from Lex and Connor's head. I hope it's not just, haha, it's Lex's brain in Connor's body. Haha.
That would be intense. How would they have even done that?
I don't know, unless it was out of either their control. Because I mean, Connor did have a giant magic snake in him the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I suppose it could have been the snake.
Lex crawled out of hell and is inhabiting Connor's body.
Dang snakes! Can't trust snakes.
But Connor's just all like, have we tried killing them yet? But yeah, no. Like I said, maybe it's just programming. But yes, he's speaking a lot like Lex. So.
Well, also he shaved all his hair, or he lasered all of his hair off so that it would look like Lex.
He did that in the comics too. Yeah.
Oh, did he? When was that?
When Lex took him over. So that's that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So there's precedent.
Yes.
Aha.
Kind of programming because Lex was just like, haha, see, I had that programming in there the whole time.
So it's like a sleeper cell or something.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, that is very sneaky.
Yes. So trying to think of anything else happened. How do you feel? It's like, I mean, Tim's relationship with Bernard is very different from the comics because Bernard, one, doesn't work at Star Labs, but two, doesn't know Tim is Robin. Well, a Robin. Right,
and in this, Tim is kind of not yet Robin.
Yes, but again, Bernard knows all about him, so it's like there's no drama in that. I
don't know. I mean, I like Bernard. I think he seems so okay.
Yeah.
This version of Bernard. So I liked that when everybody was saying stuff they did, and it was like, I did this, and Tim was like, I kissed Bernard, and Dick was like, this is a big week for everyone. And Beast Boy gave him a fist bump.
Yeah. Oh, what about Raven? Raven gets looks like she gets her powers back and gets that white suit like she's had before.
Yeah, that was good.
What is this? I don't know.
Do you think Jinx is dead?
I don't know. It's always hard to tell with those magic people. Didn't she say something like, oh, not again?
Yeah.
So I wonder if she's died before.
Maybe.
There's it'll either be magic, she'll get brought back by magic, or it'll be like reincarnation where like a different actress will show up and she'll be like, be like, oh, it's me, Jinx, don't you recognize me?
That'd be kind of cool, actually. It'd be like Doctor Who.
Exactly.
But I don't know. So far, I think this season's been better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Titans don't kill. Oh, yeah, really? You mean besides?
Well, and I think maybe they're doing a better job because they have it feels like they have slightly fewer characters they're worrying about.
Yeah, maybe.
And so that's maybe helping them out a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's going, again, it's going, so far, yes, it's going better than some of the other seasons, and hopefully Dick doesn't make any bad decisions like he's prone to do it towards the end of seasons.
For real.
Get myself thrown in prison.
Yeah, that we just never talk about and that there are no ill effects from. Whatever.
What does it matter? Everyone knows who they are.
Well, yeah, there is that. But
yeah, we got that whole argument because Connor's like, oh, and how many people has the Joker killed since Batman bashed his brains in? Oh, that's right, 0.
I mean, true. But it'll be interesting to see what happens next with the Bloods.
Exactly.
And their super store. Actually, I think they're probably in a different place. I think the super store was just where Mother Mayhem was kept.
Well, yeah, it was where the asylum was.
Right, yeah.
All right. You ready to talk these issues?
Yep.
I mean, there's not as much Dick in the second issue, but yeah, and the first one.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot in the first one.
Yes, so week 30 and 33. So, kids, for those of you who don't know, after Infinite Crisis, all the books did a year time jump, which again we covered when we covered all that New York stuff, tentacle monsters and. Yeah. So, but then they did a weekly 52-issue series where they showed you what happened every week within that year. So, especially when, at the end of Infinite Crisis, kind of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman kind of go on vacation. So,
right. Yeah. 52 is a little bit weird in that regard because... yeah, I don't know. They almost make it sound like Bruce is considering giving up being Batman, and that's unlikely.
I know. Well, he kind of does a cleanse, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you're right. He does kind of do a cleanse.
So what did you think of the beginning of 30 when Dick's kind of had doing the flashback?
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah, it's basically like everything, it was all cool back in the day. Calling Bruce the greatest big brother you could ever imagine.
Yeah, that I wasn't totally jazzed with, but I do think that they have done a better job since New 52 of clarifying and making it clear that it's more of a father-son thing, because I do remember even sometimes when Bruce when Dick was filling in as Batman, he would be like, Bruce was and he would call him all sorts of things, but never father, but he would call him like brother and stuff. But other writers would explicitly write them as father and son. I mean, they had the adoption and stuff like that. So I felt like they were just kind of not as after Dick became Nightwing for a while, before the New 52, I think they weren't always as consistent. I think they've tried to be more consistent now. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I find that funny too, because this is before Dick becomes Batman, but when Tim's like, yeah, he wants us to be the new Batman and Robin, right? Oh, that'd be more like new Batman, same Robin.
Yes, it's true.
But no, I like how he's like, everything, again, it's talking about like the Silver Age and stuff. It's like, oh, everything was great. Even the Joker gave up being a murderer for a while, but then, once Jason hit the scene, it all got dark again.
Yeah.
Because they showed Jason's death, Barbara getting shot, Bane breaking Bruce, Jason coming back, Tim's father dying, all getting killed.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yes. So yes, I guess week 30 starts. Yeah, Dick and Tim are trying to find Bruce because he's kind of on the journey, recreating the journey he took when he became Batman. When he's training to be Batman. Did it say where they were at when they were taking these guys down?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they're obviously in another country, but I don't know if it... I love Tim. He wants us to be the new Batman and Robin, right? It's obvious. I don't know why nobody's saying it.
They're not saying it because it's not going to happen.
Dick, I can't believe you do this to me. I know, they're in the middle of this courtyard with a bunch of gunmen, but then it's like, it's just like Batman's cape is sitting there. I'm like, what?
I know. 52 is kind of a weird...
Yeah. Well, again, they had to kind of make up excuses for why. Well, at the end of Infinite Crisis, like Clark Kent kind of lost his powers for a while, so there's a reason why Superman's not around within this year. Okay, but they had to come up with like an excuse for why Batman wasn't, why Bruce wasn't around.
Except he's still around.
I know, but he had to take this, like, I guess, this spiritual journey or whatever. But yeah, lots of bad stuff because again, this is like some of the. I forgot. Like I thought this. I thought I remembered that this was the first, this series was the first appearance of Kate Kane, but I think she showed up in Detective Comics first, but this is still kind of early on.
Yeah, that might be. But yeah, this is definitely early because I think this is the first time Dick's met her.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I think this is the first time she's ever really met any of the Bat family. And then, of course, she's hanging out with Renee Montoya, who's about to become the new Question because the old one's dying. So this is a big Bat family issue because, yeah, you get all the stuff with Dick and Tim, and then you get the stuff with Kate and Renee because these two had a relationship, and then it got messy. And then Dick and Tim find all, these guys, I guess. Oh, yeah, because all these high-tech guns being imported in for Intergang, I guess.
Yeah, because they're like, we're gone for a few months, and Intergang moves in.
Yeah, Dick. That's always weird too, because it's like, yeah, Bruce leaves town, but it's, I guess he has Dick and Tim to go with him. I'm like, when does that ever happen? It's like, oh hey, let's all leave Gotham. Since when does Bruce not leave anyone in charge?
Right.
Remember Product?
That's why it doesn't really make sense that they don't know Batwoman.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, it seems like if they had known her and they were like, oh yeah, thanks. Well, or if Superman hadn't lost his powers,
yeah,
he was substituting. That might work as well.
Or ask like the 50 other superheroes Bruce.
Right, yes. There is that.
But yeah, because Dick's all like, we walked away and Tim, Bruce cracked. Do we agree on that now? The party we had, Europe was pretty cool, huh? We had some fun. Dick, the party with the models and cans was good, I'll admit.
I know. I was like, well, they always have to be having them say stuff like that.
I know. And it's like, I wonder how, I'm trying to remember, it's been many years since I read this, but I'm like, this is already week 30 out of 52. It's like, when does he get to New York and set all that up?
Isn't this still, I feel like they're probably on parallel tracks and they're not, because, sometimes they do that in the books and it's not.
Well, they do that time jump, and it seems like he's pretty set up in New York, and it's just like, all right.
No, I know, but sometimes they've got stuff going on. Well, I mean, isn't this going on They didn't take a year off in the books.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this is going. Yeah, no. From 1 month to the next, they just did the year time jump, and then it's like, well, let's show you what happened there.
Right. So yeah, I think they do that a lot. Well, I mean, they're kind of doing it right now, even because Dick's doing, Crisis on Infinite Crisis or crap. What's it called?
What?
The Crisis.
Oh,
thing
Dark Crisis right now. Yeah.
Dark Crisis. Yeah, he's doing that. But then at the same time, he's doing just regular Bloodhaven stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But again, too, I wonder if they had to really, or how far ahead they were rating, because again, remember at the end of Infinite Crisis, Dick was supposed to die. So,
right.
Is this supposed to be? Are they at the point where they're like, okay, Dick's alive, or was some of this supposed to be Jason also?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm leaving this one so I can go to my computer.
Okay. Hopefully we lost Kristen so we can get special guest Kristen back. And this might take a second. Alright, so yeah, like we were saying, yeah, they kind of did like from 1 month to the next, Infinite Crisis. Well, after Infinite Crisis, they did a year time jump, and then they did this weekly 52 series where they explained every week, what was happening to certain DC characters. And yeah, there was big Batwoman stuff. We like here we get some of the Bat family, but not all. This was always like set up for like not the big brand name characters. Like again, Renee Montoya is about to become the Question. We're getting more. Again, we're probably within the first year or so of I think it's hard to remember. I'm an old man. Of Kate Kane and becoming Batwoman. So, and again, yes, Dick and Tim have found out. Yes, Inner Gang is trying to smuggle in apocalyptic weapons into Gotham. So, bad news.
Or not, apparently.
I was gonna say no, it's not so much.
Or not.
So yeah, so I'm guessing what? So wait. So is Tim going to find Bruce, and then Dick's like,
yeah, somewhere in the desert. So I think I'm thinking they're somewhere in the Middle East when they are doing their thing.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, because
I mean, Bruce is in some desert when we see him.
Right. Well, and the style of house they're in, that kind of courtyard thing, fits that.
But Bruce goes to what are these? The Way of the 10-Eyed Brothers.
Yeah, which kind of reminds me of that villain he had that one time with the 10.
I believe it was the 10-Eyed Man. Yes.
Yes.
Somebody was homaging that, but yeah, no. After some fighting, supposedly he lets them hack at him with swords, but then when Tim shows up, he's like, the 10-Eyed Men killed demons, Tim. I asked them to kill mine. I asked them to cut out all the dark, fearful, paranoid urges I've allowed to corrupt my life, and they did. It's over. Batman is gone.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, it would be amazing if that worked and he actually became a normal, healthy person, but yeah, right.
Yeah.
We know that's not happening.
They killed Bat-God.
That's right.
And the fanboys wept.
Batman.
They did
my
not.
favorite character.
They knew it was a joke.
I know. But then we get the this group with like they're basically almost like, I don't know if they're werewolves, but yeah, there's something like close to that.
Oh yeah, in Gotham.
Yes, yeah, with Kate. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's fighting, and then she turns around and says, "You gonna lend a hand here, or are you just planning on getting an eyeful?" And that's when Dick swoops down.
When he says he wanted to get an eyeful, and he loves redheads, and she says, "Trust me, I'm not your type." Which is true.
Yep. Pleased to Nightwing. Pleased to meet you, Batwoman. Yeah, definitely not a Batgirl.
I mean, she is way older than him, right? Well, maybe not way.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember the age. I mean, she might be older than him, but I don't think it's... Again, it's always hard at, aging, especially in the DC universe, especially in the Bat family.
Right. Because they always want everybody as young as possible. But, I mean, I think she's supposed to be more Bruce's age than...
Maybe, yeah.
Probably closer to Bruce.
Although, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking she might be a little younger than Bruce, but maybe older than Dick, so...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, our little pyramid of aging. It's like, Bruce, Kate... I mean, Barbara used to be older than Dick. Now they're close to the same age.
Yeah.
Then you get your Jasons and your Tims and your Batgirls and your Jamians.
I was like, Bruce, Kate, the kids.
So they let the the werewolves or whatever or the animal men go. And Dick's like, these are Intergang, right? She's like, yeah, they're led by a man named Mannheim. Yes, Bruno Mannheim, big name in Intergang.
Is he a big name in DC or?
Nah, just usually when it comes to like Intergang.
Oh, but you'd heard of him before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not up on Intergang.
Yeah,
so
no. I mean from like late 80s, early 90s Superman. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Kate's like, he's gone into hiding. She goes, I think I scared him. Dick, imagine that. But he tells her, I'll start searching in Burnley tomorrow night, begin working my way south. And she's like, I'll take Tricorner, begin working my way north. Unless you have an objection. No, she like takes to the roof. Nice meeting you too. Very, very Bruce. Very Bruce.
Well, she is a bat.
Yes.
Is a bat. And then there's, well, that was the other thing in 52 is they always had like a little origin story or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And that one's what, Metal Men or
the
something?
Metal Men, yes. All androids built out of, different elements. Well, different metals, of course.
Okay, let's try this again.
For the first time ever, you're gonna have two Kristens. Area, no.
Oh snap! What? That was saga. All right, so that's the end of that one, right? Yes. Nice meeting you. She pulled a Bruce, and then we want 33. 33 has a good cover, but yeah, it's not really not really a bad story.
Not a ton, yeah. But again, there was a lot of like characters they were trying to squeeze into this, which again, it was a weekly book, so it's like
right, yeah.
131.
I mean, the cover's cool.
Oh yeah, with Kate standing there with a gift in her hand, and Dick basically jumping backwards off the roof towards that ice rink.
Well, and him giving her that present. What is that creepy thing behind her? Is that one of those werewolfy things from last time?
Where?
The thing that's like, bleh, with its tongue sticking out.
Where? On the cover?
No, sorry, in the ones we're inside.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was reading the little blurbs at the bottom. Sing along with Alfred. Batboy meets Batwoman. Spending Christmas with the decent.
Yes, that's supposed to be a reference to Dick.
I guess.
Because he's the only one that meets her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wolf thing on the... When he says someone was lacking the spirit of the season.
Oh, yeah, she must have taken it down, yeah, I guess.
And this is funny. For the bat who has everything, she's like, oh, another batarang. How nice. He's like, whoa, not just another batarang.
A real batarang. But no, yeah, they're above Cathedral Square because Alfred's down there with a bunch of kids caroling.
Yeah, that's the sing-along with Alfred.
Yes, Bruce is perfectly recreating his journey to become Batman. He's abandoned Alfred in Gotham again. But
and
yeah,
returning, and then she's like, "Oh wow, okay, that's sweet."
Yeah, because he said, "Yeah, this is a real batarang, composite graphite molded, unbreakable to 10,000 psi, laser honed, never loses its edge, aerodynamically tested, perfectly balanced, and if you throw it right, yes, returning. So no, not really another batarang. Merry Christmas."
And then I like how the writers and stuff are in the list.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's it for the bats, isn't it then? Then we go to Lex and his people.
I think, yeah, Lex is like basically creating metahumans.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Then we have Kate with Renee.
Yes. Yep, because Charlie's getting worse. Yeah, those two are spending it together. Then we get kind of, what is that? Is that 1 or 2 page montage? It's just like people on Christmas.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-page spread, yeah.
Yeah, because, there's Animal Man's wife waiting for him to come home from space, Lois and Clark together, having a good old time because he hasn't had his powers for a while. Firestorm giving Cyborg a wrench for Christmas.
He's a cyborg?
I know. Green Arrow gets an arrow for Christmas. Guessing that woman with green hair is supposed to be Fire. Guy Gardner's making stuff. Oh, Red Tornado's in a junkyard. And the Batcave is empty. The Batcave is empty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, a pregnant Selena cow and a bunch of cats. Uh-huh.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew Selena was pregnant.
They did the whole 1 year thing with hers. Yeah, they came back and she had a baby. So they were just like, who? They just strung that out for a while. Who is the baby? Who's the father of the baby?
Whatever happened to that kid?
I believe, she was getting targeted by a bunch of, criminals and stuff. So basically, she just gave the baby up for, a blind adoption. So she didn't even know where it was, who was going to. Yeah.
Yet another giant thing that people never talk about that's really something you need to talk about.
And again, after New 52, it's like, did it happen? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
So then is that Black Adam, and once we get to the next one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, but no, here's the big thing is, yes, Commissioner Gordon is back because he had been out for, since Officer Down, but yes, they brought him back. Yes, Black Adam, and, yes, basically sharing his powers. He's for the first time, he's kind of happy because he has a family. That can't possibly go wrong. Well, especially when we see Amanda Waller telling people, oh, yeah, we're going to mess this up. Because, look, we have Captain Boomerang Jr. from The Outsiders that Dick was, basically spent.
Yeah, who are the other people? I don't know who they are.
Well, the guy in the red and black, I believe, is whoever the electrocutioner was at that point.
Oh, okay.
The woman looks like Plastique, who can basically, create explosions. The green guy's Count Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who's the guy in that with the axe? I forget, but...
Executioner or something creative like that?
Something. So yeah, we don't get a lot of not a ton of Bat Family in this, but yes, the origin and the backs of the Martian Manhunter. But see, get your loved ones a thoughtful and practical gift, a batarang.
I don't think I can afford a batarang that nice.
No.
That's very fancy.
But if you want a practical and thoughtful gift for a decent price, pick yourself up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon now. All right. So what did you think? Had you read these before?
Yeah, I had read them before a while ago.
Yeah,
so it was fine.
Yeah, I've been reading it week to week when it first came out. I don't know if I've read it since, but it was weird just to pluck up just a random issue out of the middle, well, 2 out of the middle, just because I knew there were going to be a ton of Batman or Nightwing because I think they were focusing on a bunch of the lesser known.
I mean, it's obvious there's tons of people in there.
Yeah. Well, again, you were getting an issue every week, so it's if we don't get them next week, you'll get them the next week.
There is one issue that has the origin of Nightwing in it because I know I've read that one too. He's one of the backgrounds, but yeah, it's I like 52, but it is not. It's not a good. It's a fine series, but it's not a good series for someone like me that mostly just reads deeply a small section of the DCU because there were lots and lots of people that I didn't know who they were.
Well, I think that was part of their strategy too. They're like, oh, if you're coming for 1 or 2 characters, maybe you'll fall in love with this other character.
That could be. So I feel like I even know the Titans and stuff like that, but I mean there were a lot of people in here.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, who are these people?
Yeah, because again, aftermath of Infinite Crisis, and they were just trying to explain a lot of, how did this person get from here to here in that year time jump? And I don't know if we need it. I mean, I know they like to make money, but I'm like, I don't know if we needed that.
They needed it to make money.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they need, Phil.
I mean, the Bat Family really didn't need it. I mean, guys like Black Adam, Elongated Man was in here. I mean, guys like that, okay. And again, we were setting up for Renee to become the new Question, so I get that. Yeah. I think she had basically been kicked off the force and stuff, so it's basically
I mean, for a little bit that he's in it, Dick had a few good lines. I mean, Batwoman, I'm not your type, and the Christmas with the Batarang. Yeah, I mean, it was cute.
Yeah. And I know, the annual you hate, but it's like, and then how does that Nightwing annual fit into here? Because he was injured for how long? And then it's like, ugh.
It's magic.
We had to crowbar that in just to be like, oh, he's not with Barbara anymore.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not always speaking to each other.
Yeah.
And
again, too, we had the quickly do some rewrites because it's like, oh, we didn't kill off Dick Grayson. Okay, we gotta. Because I wonder how much of this was. I mean, by week 30, where they're like, okay, it's Dick Grayson. It wasn't just, oh, we have to change this from Jason to Dick again. Or
yeah, that's true. I don't know. This stuff feels more like what Dick would do, and I feel like that might be because this is actually week 30. So the stuff with the tentacle Jason actually happened first, didn't it?
Probably, yeah.
So yeah,
because 30 weeks would be like 7.5 months after this, after it started. So yeah, bro. But like some of the stuff when Nightwing and Tim are talking about parting with the models, I'm like, I can see Jason and Tim being like, oh yeah, models.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you imagine that? Would everyone still be clamoring for? Oh yeah, these two should be the new Batman and Robin if it was Jason.
Well, yeah, that would have been interesting. Yeah, that would have been something different. Who knows? I mean, they must have made the decision. They didn't totally make it last minute. I wouldn't think, but I don't know what the lead time is.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we could talk to some Dan DiDio soon because, this weekend, a certain Miss Lilith Hellfire actually spoke to the man. Because I guess he lives down there. So I don't know if he's like goes into just one of the comic shops he goes into. So
he's a Florida man.
Yes. Yes, he has a new thing going on now. I guess him and Frank Miller are like starting something up. So yeah, I know that's.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Phil.
I know. I know. Lil's like, I was trying to be nice to. I'm like, no, we'll be in the most polite way. We'll be like, why did you try to kill Dick Grayson?
Yeah. If I were that luggage man, I would have kept your suitcase too.
Exactly. All right. Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right. I believe, let me look at the schedule. If you're listening to this on the podcast, yes, next week will be our final episode of the year.
Oh, snap.
We open up both schedules. All right, kids. So, yes, to close out our year, yes, we will be covering Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City, issues 1 and 2, based on that new Gotham Knights video game. You kids in your video games, so, yes, we'll see how that treats Mr. Dick Grayson. And then, in 2 weeks, it'll be the New Year's, and we will discuss Justice League Task Force number 1, 2, and 3, featuring Dick Grayson. Featuring Dick Grayson, featuring his friend Wally West, featuring the Martian Manhunter, and more.
So. Oh, wait, there's more.
You want me to do January more? Whole January? All right. And then the second week of January, we'll do Futures End Grayson number 1, and the new issue will be out. We'll cover Nightwing 99. I think that's the same week Dark Crisis 7 comes out. So we'll probably have a bunch of new issues to talk about there, kids. So. And then the last 2 weeks, it'll be a two-parter. The last 2 weeks of January, we'll be covering Joker's Last Laugh. Like the first part, we'll cover 1 through 3 and Nightwing 62. And then in part 2, we'll cover Last Laugh 4 through 6 and Nightwing 63. What do you do after you kill the Joker?
I mean, not much different in the way they wrote it there.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, yes, kids. So, yes, send us... You want to send us a Christmas present? Send us your thoughts on all of that. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And your feedback doesn't even have to come ahead of time. I mean, we'll read stuff, that we covered weeks ago. You'll be like, we'll be in February, and we'll be like, hey, remember when we talked 52? Yeah, here's some feedback. So, yes, please send your thoughts, no matter when. Yes, follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Capes and Lunatics is now on Hive, so follow us there. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows. And again, keep your eye on social media so you know when new shows like Salty and Petty and Marvel Tales are starting. Hint, it's January. So yes, follow all the social medias, the YouTube channel. Everything we do gets a video, so smash that subscribe button so you can watch all the interviews and all our talks, and Professor Kristen here, dressed as a professor.
Smash it!
Smash that subscribe button. And most importantly, follow the Patreon. Once again, we are not rich billionaires. We are not sons of rich billionaires. We're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester Chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets are over, but you can listen to the whole series now. And if you are a patron, you get to suggest things like Justin's already been doing for Patreon in 2023. So keep your eye on that. And again, if you subscribe, you can tell us what to do. Be like Lilith Hellfire. All right. And of course, pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. And if you say, Phil, I don't want you to get anything, I want Kristen to get it all, then all you have to do is go and pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder on Amazon. If you want to cut me out and give it all to her, yes, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. And again, once again, you are supporting an educator and an author and a fangirl. All right. Thank you for joining us again in 1 week. Yes, the final episode of the year. So this was the penultimate episode of the year. Take a drink, future Lilith. I know you're listening. Anytime you say penultimate, she takes a drink. Hey, Lilith, penultimate.
That feels like cheating, Phil.
Please. Alright, so yes, Batman, Gotham Knights, Gilded City 1 and 2 next week, and then Justice League Task Force to start off your new year.
Swinging and groovy new year.
With that mullet! Old hair, who dis? Alright, kids, remember, come back next time. Remember, join us, same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. Get your loved ones as batarangs.
Hi, I'm Russell.
And I'm Justin.
And we're from the
Hold up. Listen up, you nerds. Tired of being a little goody two-shoes? Had enough of always talking about acts of courage and heroism? Well, you have come to the right place, I guess. Tomes of Evil is the comic book supervillain podcast, where every month we do a deep dive on a different comic book supervillain, as well as multiple sub-series on some of the most iconic foes of all time, including Darkseid, Doctor Doom, Scarecrow, and...
Name's Hobgoblin, and you're right on time for your funeral.
I better be getting paid for this. So what are you guys waiting for? Bring on the bad guys.
Tomes of Evil, a comic book